story now. Operation O Kae Molao is in the West Rand this morning. Police are clamping down on illegal mines and hijackings in the area. They're also expected to check liquor outlets in the wake of the deadly Soweto tavern shooting. Gauteng Police Commissioner Mawela is with his officers in Western area. Our reporter Nqobile Madlala joins us from there this morning. Good morning, Nqobile. How is the operation coming along so far?
Good morning, Fundo. Well, we've seen some arrests already that were happening in the operation, but of course we're going to get more details from the Commissioner just to hear what is the breakdown in terms of how many people have you arrested, Provincial Commissioner?
Thank you very much for the opportunity once more. We started with the bang, as we always do. Our detectives, they went out, they've collected over 800 of our wanted suspects who are already in our database, of which we appreciate. And we also appreciate the criminal justice system. For this week, they've done very well in that 25 suspects appeared before court and their courts were finalized, of which 9 life sentences were achieved and over 300 imprisonment years were also given to those ones. But now with our phase 3, at this roadblock, one stolen vehicle is already recovered, that one. It is confirmed that it is taken from Mood Police Station in Pretoria, and 21 undocumented persons arrested here. In one of the hotspot area, one person was arrested in possession of a revolver, and 4 people arrested for hardcore drugs.
Commissioner, I mean, I know this is a breakthrough, but we are seeing a lot of issues, especially when it comes to liquor outlets. We know that you are going to be going out to the liquor outlets. What exactly will you be looking for?
Yeah, the issue of the liquor outlet, I appreciate that you give us the opportunity to can talk about that. You know, we have been saying these things every time when we're releasing the crime stats and every time when we update the public to say, on top of the list of our causative factors for crime in Gauteng, number 1 is conflict, misunderstanding. Number 2 is the liquor outlet, because we have observed that most crimes are happening within the liquor outlet premises, or when people they are leaving the liquor outlet premises, or in the surrounding, or those who are going there. So all crime categories, if you can check in Gauteng, they are happening in that particular space. So what is happening right now is not something new, it has been there. Maybe now it's getting now, popularity because of that mass shooting which happened there. But we have been saying, we've been complaining about that area is a hotspot and it remains a hotspot. And that is why you see most of our operations are focused on that area. Even though some they feel that we are harassing, people, happy people, we are harassing the this small, medium enterprise and so forth. That is not the case. We got there because we know that there is a problem. Yes, it has been happening now, and we are hard at work with that. With regard to the Orlando one, detectives, they are hard at work. I just request our public that they must have a little faith and confidence in us. Give the detectives some space and time to can do their work. They have developed a very good plan with clear milestone, what is that which they need to do, and then for them to can finalize this case. I have confidence in them. I have a little faith in them that they will crack this case.
Have they arrested anyone or any leads at the moment?
No, the leads are there and they are following the leads. Like I'm saying that they have developed an action plan. So they want to do a thorough investigation. I don't want us to put pressure on them. They rush, they arrest, they bring people to court, and the court is being struck on the roll. We don't want that, because it will make people to lose confidence in us. We want them to be given space, let them do their work, and then we present a solid case before court.
Well, Commissioner, I want to bring you back to what you're saying. You're saying people are saying that you're harassing these liquor outlets because you keep going back to them. But now the problem is a lot of people are also asking in terms of if they're shooting was people on the outside that came to shoot at people on the inside. So the problem is not really a tavern. The problem is the criminals that came to the tavern. What are you going to do about these gun issues in this province?
Yes, the gun issues remain a concern for us. Believe you me, because you can see that Gauteng is contributing the biggest volumes in terms of the serious and violent crime. robbery aggravating and so forth. But we are working on that. Even when you can check the last destruction of all those confiscated firearms by the division Vispol, the biggest number was from Gauteng. It means that we also recover a lot of firearms. And even when we release our performance report late around September, when you go to the police report, you check which province is recovering more firearms than any other, is Gauteng. So firearms proliferation, it remains a problem, and we'll continue to work on that. But we have also seen that not only illegal firearms are being used to commit crime. People, they use legal firearms, hoping that they won't be caught. But those whom we arrest them, we also embark on the process of ensuring that they are being declared unfit to possess the firearm. We do that. The new trend again with the street robberies in Gauteng, we arrest a lot of people in possession of toy guns. They look exactly like a firearm. So when they point at you, you won't say, let me check whether this is a real gun or whatever. You'll hand over whatever they're asking. So issue of robbery with firearms, it remains a problem here, genuine and fake firearms.
All right. And also just bringing you back to Katlehong, is there any leads there? What is happening on the ground now?
Yes, in Katlehong we also have a leads. Katlehong we have a leads. Also in Matoleville we have a lead. In Katlehong, those people, they came there specifically to those ones because of there was some misunderstanding somewhere. They were looking for their firearms or the firearms they've agreed upon, because they went to specific people, they say, where are those firearms? And those people, they could not produce, so they make them angry and start shooting at those ones. So we have a lead as to who are the people who are working with those ones. So they are on the run, but we'll catch them. In Matoleville, as we all know, behind each and every RDP house in Matoleville, there are people renting there. They are also doing illegal mining because they are processing this gold-bearing material in that space. So we also appeal on those communities of Matoleville. Why must you rent your own house to be used by people who are doing illegal activities? So they must refrain from doing that, because when they have conflict elsewhere, they come and finalize their conflict in their houses. The shooting in Matoleville, it was not in a tavern, it was in a private property. But lastly, what I also want to emphasize and call upon especially the residents of Gauteng, they like going into the social media, they dig for videos, old videos of people carrying firearms and so forth, and they repost these videos, claiming that is something which is recently happening. This thing is causing unnecessary panic and anxiety in our community. We call upon them that let them verify with us before they circulate, because it creates unnecessary problem for us.
All right, lastly, Commissioner, is it helping to have the task team on the ground in Nomzamo at the moment?
Yes, definitely it is assisting. And remember that deployment there, it is not only in Umzam, it's the whole of Orlando, Kliptown and El Dorado Park. Because once you address Orlando, you don't address El Dorado Park and Kliptown. Crime has always been pushed to those other areas. And the criminals who are operating there, they're operating the same space. For example, people, they talk about Maseru. Maseru, it is in Klipspruit. But the people of Orlando, they complain about Maseru. You understand? The dumping site, it is in El Dorado Park. People who are doing the recycling there, they are staying in Nomzamo, they are staying in Maseru, they are also staying in Klipspruit. So we felt that our operation must cover the whole of Orlando, Kliptown and El Dorado Park. That's why they are doing extremely well.
Thank you very much. Provincial Commissioner there speaking to us about obviously what has been happening with regards to the liquor outlets, but also just an understanding of what the police are doing on the ground. But it seems like he's very positive in terms of the task team being on the ground, but also just talking about the fact that the community has a role to play. But in the meantime, we are seeing more arrests here, and we are seeing a lot that is quite still happening. Nomfundo, we have the MEC as well, who is on the ground. We will be speaking to her much later on, but the operation continues. They're looking at the cars, they're looking at the licensing, they're looking at the fitness of the driver, and they'll continue on the ground whilst they search that.
All right, we'll leave it there for now. Nqobile, that's our reporter, Nqobile Madlala.